Did you know that 85% of men can't identify when they're being cheated on? Shocking, isn't it? But don't worry, because today I'm going to share valuable information that could completely change the way you view your relationship. Before we dive in, if you want to become an expert at understanding the female mind and transform your love life, don't forget to click the subscribe button and activate the notification bell. That way, you won't miss any of my videos packed with tips that could save your relationship or help you find a new one. Now, let's get to the point. Men, pay close attention because what I'm about to reveal might unlock the darkest mysteries of female behavior. Have you heard that women are masters at hiding their true intentions? Well, it's not just a myth. When it comes to infidelity, women tend to be much more subtle and cunning than men. While you, dear viewers, might leave obvious clues when being unfaithful, women often conceal their actions with an almost artistic level of skill, but don't despair. Today, I'm going to reveal the 6 phrases every woman says when she's cheating, phrases that go unnoticed by most men. What if your partner's behavior has been sending you signals you've never noticed before? Do you really know what's happening in your relationship? Has your woman ever said any of these 6 phrases and you didn't suspect a thing? Don't miss a second of what's coming, because this information could mean the difference between living a lie or discovering a truth that could change your life forever. Without further ado, let's begin. 1. So-and-so understands what I'm going through so well. When your partner starts repeatedly mentioning someone else, especially in a positive, admiring tone, it should raise a red flag. Comments like, "So-and-so understands me so well," may seem harmless, but are often more significant than they appear. Such statements are a sign she's building an emotional connection with that person, establishing a bond that could deepen over time. It's essential to investigate who this so-and-so is and what role they play in her life. 2. Don't worry, I'm just going out with some friends. At first glance, this phrase may seem like an innocent statement, but it often masks deeper complexities. When someone is being deceitful, they use routine excuses to hide the truth. If your partner frequently says this, and there are inconsistencies in the details of her outings, it might be a sign that something is amiss. Keep an eye out for repetitive excuses like this, as they might conceal underlying intentions. 3. I need more space for myself. The request for more space might sound legitimate, but it could also be a way to create opportunities for behavior that isn't in line with the fidelity or commitment expected in a relationship. If you notice emotional or physical distance, don't ignore the possibility that she's distancing herself for other reasons. 4. I'm working late tonight. This is one of the most commonly used excuses when something is amiss. If working late becomes a frequent claim, it could be covering up secret meetings or clandestine relationships. Check for inconsistencies in her routine and observe her reactions when questioned. The phrase, "I'm working late tonight," can often be used as an excuse to conceal activities that the person doesn't want to reveal. When this excuse is used frequently, especially without a clear reason or pattern, it may raise suspicions that the individual could be hiding something, such as secret meetings or relationships. Here's how you can spot potential issues. Inconsistencies in routine. If someone consistently says they are working late, but there are noticeable changes in their typical work schedule or behavior, for example, different work hours, no mention of work tasks, or they don't seem tired, this could indicate something is amiss. Lack of details. When questioned, the person may avoid giving clear or specific information about what they were working on or who they were with, which can raise further red flags. Body language and reactions. Pay attention to their body language and how they react when you ask about their late work hours. If they seem unusually defensive, evasive, or anxious, it could signal that they are hiding something. 5. I think we need some time apart. While it might seem like an honest attempt to reflect on the relationship, A sudden request for space could indicate that she's creating distance for other reasons. This can provide the opportunity for infidelity without constant interference. The phrase, well, I think we need some time apart, can sound like a genuine desire to take a step back and reflect on the relationship. However, when this request comes suddenly, without a clear reason, or is coupled with other suspicious behaviors, it could be a red flag. In some cases, it may indicate that the person is trying to create emotional or physical distance to pursue someone else or explore other options, possibly infidelity. Here's how you can interpret and recognize warning signs. Sudden or unexplained distance. If your relationship seemed fine, and this request comes out of nowhere, it could suggest that something has shifted. Instead of a gradual buildup of issues that would normally lead to needing space, this sudden need for time apart might be masking an underlying motive. Avoiding accountability. Time apart might be a way for the person to avoid answering questions or being transparent about their whereabouts. If someone is interested in another relationship, time apart can make it easier to meet or communicate with someone else without interference or suspicion. Resistance to working on the relationship. Often couples who need space still express a willingness to work on the relationship. However, if she's resistant to having discussions or finding solutions, it could indicate her desire to disengage from the relationship rather than improve it. Changes in behavior or routine. If, during the time apart, her behavior or routine changes drastically, for example, going out more often, being less communicative, or avoiding you altogether, it could point to her focusing energy elsewhere. Imagine you've been dating someone for a year, and while there have been some minor disagreements, there haven't been any major issues in your relationship. Suddenly, she says, I think we need some time apart. I just need space to figure things out. At first, you respect her need for reflection, but over the next few weeks, you notice the following. She becomes distant and uncommunicative. Her social media activity increases, and she seems to be spending more time with new people. She's no longer interested in discussing the reasons behind needing space or working through the relationship's problems. These signs could suggest that time apart is being used as a way to create emotional and physical distance, potentially to pursue other relationships or explore infidelity without the pressure of being in a committed relationship. 6. You deserve someone better than me. This phrase might seem like humility, but it can also be a subtle way of acknowledging wrongdoing without directly admitting it. If you hear this, consider that there could be a deeper, more complex subtext related to dishonesty. Being aware of these phrases can help you navigate your relationship with more clarity. Stay alert to these subtle signs to protect the integrity of your relationship and understand the truth behind her words.